Well, how's it going? We're back here with another video. The usual evening humdrum here. Just doing a bit of feeding here now. The mixer there is mixing there for the cows. I have the fattening cattle there all fed, so I'm just doing up a mix for the cows there and just letting it do its thing there for a few minutes. But they're on second cut silage. It's actually second cut last year's silage. So as you can see here, they're cleaning it out well, so the silage held well. Like lad says, bales won't last. That's not a problem there, as we can see there. They're cleaning that out. Now there is the odd bursted bale, but as you see there, like they're lying down, chewing their cud, like on the slats. Like I've no doubt about it, like that slats would be harder on cows, but look at what do you do. But they're lying down chewing their cud, so look at, it can't be that awful hard on them anyway. But yeah, as you can see there, like they're clearing out the trucks, so the silage is fairly good. It tested reasonably well there last year as well, like, so I reckon it held. We didn't get tested this time, but can't be that far off the mark anyway when we're cleaning it out. And yeah, so look at, just feeding out here in the usual story. So just go through there and mix there for the finishers there. We're back at the feeding here now again. Just have the meal and the straw in there in the feeder. Just letting the silage into it here now. Put in 1100 kilos in it there. Just using the shear grab here now to just get bitefuls out of bales. We use all bale silage now. So we used to be on pits, but we changed over to bales there. Just find less waste, and just works out that little bit better, I think. So on the mix we're doing there, it's working out around 2% body weight of dry matter. So in the mix per head is in the region of 10 kilos of dry matter. So like continental bulls and heifers like should be able to handle that handy enough. Our silage there is dry enough there. How we ended up with dry silage this year, I don't know, but sort of the latter end of the first cut there is what we're going into there now. So yeah, so we're just using a little bit less silage. They are getting 10 kilos per head on them lads to make up that, and then the barley and the straw then brings the dry matter. There we're working around, as I was saying there, 10 kilos per head on a 500 kilo beast. So as the weights go down a bit, you lay it back a bit. So like 400 kilos, you'd be talking 8 kilos of dry matter. So we just cut back the rations per pen, just to allow for it there with the 5 kilos of meal in it there. It just works in, you know, that the bigger lads are getting the full 5 kilos, whereas the lesser lads is getting probably on that sure they're working around 4 kilos, and then the smaller lads again are 3.5 kilos, which works in fairly well. Sort of just to keep them going there, they'll be sort of on the mid range there, whereas the heavier lads are heading up towards the push end of the of the mix now, so like once they get into 550 kilos, like we'll be stepping them up further on meal. Silage will probably come back a bit as well, so you'll be you know, just to keep that 2 kilos or point 2% or 2% of body weight, 0.02 of body weight, just to keep that. It's just a nice number. Seems to have them that they'll finish out their silage, finish out everything. Like, you don't really want them leaving anything over at that sort of rate. Like, you'd be losing too much meal. Like, it's not being thrown out. The cows will drop it down to we'll clean out the trucks there, and we'll bring it down to the sucklers. They'll handle that. They'll finish off that. Like, there'll be nothing left of that. But just when you be on the finishing, you'll be trying to make sure that what you're giving them is, you know, they're finishing it out. Like, it's pointless throwing a meal and taking back out meal. Like, so just can be hard. I won't say hard, but you'd have to be watching it there. The bales, you could have wet bales, dry bales. You sort of want to be sort of watching it, like cutting back the silage a touch. You'd have the scales on the feeder there set for the 10 kilos of silage. But, you know, if your silage was wetter, you could lay in a bit more. If your silage is drier, you lay in a bit less, that sort of thing. It'd be the same probably volume of silage, just the weights be a bit different with the dry matter or the wetter, whichever way you want to describe that. So yeah, that's feeding there. We'll just give a look at the trucks here now and see what's left over. With a bit of tidying out to do here on a couple of them, and we'll throw it in the bucket there for the cows. So we'll get going on that. As you can see here then with the bulls, they have it fairly well cleaned out. These lads have a shake there, but other than that now they have that fairly well tidied out, so I'll just clean out this bit here with the heifers and have that in the bucket. So now just scrape up this bit of stuff that these have left here. Get into the bucket there. We have a fair bit left over here. It's funny with the heifers compared to the bulls that they do a lot of sorting on the silage, shaking it up and down there. This stirs it up and down along here a lot. However, why there's such a difference in them? But there wouldn't be a whole lot of meal left in that now. They seem to get out with all their stirring on it. Just throwing it into the bucket of the old forklift that we have here. Had the forklift here since we used to be at Spuds there, what, 10 years, or give up I suppose around now. So yeah, that's that cleared out there now, and we'll see about throwing it into them and get that much done. So we're going to start a mix now for the cows. A bit of straw there now first, and oh, a bit of straw in now first, and that's the straw in there, 14 kilos of straw. Throw back this bit now, there's part of 10 kilos there, and that we just you'll head in, it just overloads the mix with straw. Well, not the mix, but they won't finish it out, there'll be just that bit too much straw in it. So we have 1200 kilos of silage to go into it. Just get the silage, the last bale, the bit that was left over from last night, into it. Just throw a bit of minerals now on top of that. We'll go into the mix now. We want about 4 kilos of minerals there, and something around 4 kilos in that. The way we're working it is that's a 20 kilo bag. We'll do 5 days. So that's, you know, just let it work out over the 5 days, and if they get a bit more today, they get a bit less some other day, and that's sort of average out over the 5 days. I reckon should be close enough. Hardly makes that much difference, like once it's once you can work it out that way, like for the 20 kilo bag over the 5 days. So trying to think of it there now. I want to throw in the bit of silage that we have gathered off there from the bulls and heifers there, just in the forklift. That, like, it seemed like a lot of stuff was only about 80 kilos, so that would have been mostly silage. For that much to be in the bucket, it would have to be just silage on its own. So yeah, we just break up the bale here with with the shear grab. Just let it in bitefuls, just that bit easier on the mixer, that bit quicker as well, getting it down. Like, it's easier to get down chunks of bales rather than trying to, for the feeder itself to pull in a whole bale. I know the tub feeder would mulch them up, like you just lay in the whole bale and it will burst it up. And is that little bit slower on handling a bale, but it's like what I was saying before there, like when you get down to smaller mixes, what I see in the vertical feeders anyway is that when you're in smaller mixes, it's just that little bit holds on to that little bit more towards the keene and will empty itself out. Turn the bale on a side and get a grab full that way. I know with the bales there's probably a bit more work opening the bales, taking the net off, taking the plastic off, but just the way our system is here, like you can, you know, you can bale a bit whenever you want. This takes the pressure off towards having to try and have a big, have a good few acres. If you were going pit way, rather than opening a pit 3 or 4 times, you can break, you can bale, whatever you want, especially where we are here. We're fairly fragmented, so the grazing can be a bit, it's not as easy to get around to a block as easy, so it just works out. You can do it bit by bit, whenever it comes fit. We only want 60 kilos left there, so try to get a small bit now. This is just a small Nugent shear grab. It's not for bales or anything now. It's just an ordinary small little. I don't think it's much over 4 foot. That was big enough for a tractor when we got it. When we got it originally, it was on a little John Deere 2850, so it wouldn't have been particularly able for bigger shear grabs anyway. That's that there now. I'm throwing a bit of barley in, and the maize meal there now as well. Just giving the cows a kilo of ration there, just to keep them that to come around that little bit quicker. So just helps to keep it a bit of order there for the bulling. Not a big amount of meal, so just so that's that mix filled up there. Doesn't take that long to get it done. Probably another 5 or 6 minutes there to finish off mixing there. Just looking at the timer here, it's just over 10 minutes. 10 minutes there to fill that up. So yeah, but yeah, we're giving them a kilo meal per head there, because as well as that, they're finishing off last year's silage. So look at it's probably not, silage was good, so whatever it lost over the storage, there's a not dodgy bit of a bale, so we're just cutting that off and dumping it dodgy side on a bale. So look at we'll get rid of that. We're not throwing in anything. They're only getting good silage, even though it's from last year. So yeah, just said we'd give them a kilo just to, if they were lacking a little bit in it, so keep them on the, that maybe they might come around and just keep them bulling. Just looking in here, I just see the bull showing a bit of interest in something here now. Whether there must be something coming around anyway. So I have been watching him here. He's been bulling a few. Didn't see any slips or anything, and the cows, are bulling around as well, and they haven't been slipping either. So but there probably is a bit of grip in the slats there for probably for the first year anyway. There probably is that little bit of bite in it. I haven't seen any major slipping. So yeah. So we'll finish off here on this one. A few different bits and pieces there on that video. So look, thanks for watching, and sure, look, give us a like and a subscribe, and there, as we were saying, maybe a push for 2,000 there for the end of the year subscribers. So every little bit, but sure, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, sure, give us a subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, as just subscribing means that you get a notification on when I have a video out or what have you. So look, if you can. So thanks very much, and see you in the next one. Cheerio.